Good morning, students. Welcome to class 2 of FY BSc Chemistry. I am Ms. Benazir Sheikh, Department of Chemistry from NB Mehta Valwada Science College, Bordi. Students, in our class 1, we have started with Chemistry Paper 1, Unit 2, in that second chapter, that is Periodic Table and Periodicity. We have seen that chemistry is defined as the study of the composition, structure, and properties of matter, and the reactions by which one form of matter may be converted into another form. We have seen that chemistry is also called as a central science, subject with ancient roots, a modern science. We have also seen that there are various branches of chemistry. And students, inorganic chemistry could be defined as the chemistry which deals with chemistry of elements other than carbon and their compounds. Students, we have also discussed about the need of classification of elements. Students, we have also discussed the brief history of development of periodic table. That is, various attempts made by different scientists for classification of elements. Starting with William Roth's unitary theory. According to that theory, all elements contain hydrogen atoms. Then we have discussed Dobereiner law of triads. Then Cook's homologous series. Then Newland's law of octaves. Next we have discussed about Lothar-Mayer's arrangement of elements. And then we have discussed about Mendeleev's periodic law. Students, Mendeleev made an important and remarkable contribution in the classification of the elements. He used physical and chemical properties of the elements as well as of their several compounds and developed a law called as Mendeleev's periodic law. Mendeleev's periodic law states that the physical and chemical properties of elements are the periodic functions of their atomic weights. Mendeleev arranged the elements in the table consisting of vertical columns or groups and horizontal rows or periods. The elements with the similar properties were arranged in the same group. He left several gaps in the periodic table, proposing that some of the elements were still undiscovered. Students, however, these gaps were filled after the discovery of gallium and germanium. At some places in the periodic table, he even ignored the increasing order of atomic weights and placed other elements with similar properties together. Students, thus Mendeleev's quantitative predictions helped the placement of new elements discovered later. In the year 1913, Henry Moseley studied the relationship between X-ray spectra and the atomic number of the elements. Then students, we also tried to define about the modern periodic law, which stated that the physical and chemical properties of the elements are periodic functions of their atomic numbers. Students, in class 1, an assignment was provided to you. You were supposed to draw the blank periodic table in your notebooks. So I hope you all are ready with the blank periodic table. So in today's lecture, we are going to start with the long form of the periodic table. So let's get started. Students, in order to remove the defects of Mendeleev's periodic table, a number of tables have been suggested for the classification of the elements. When elements are arranged on the basis of increasing atomic numbers, we get a table which is called the modern periodic table or the long form of the periodic table. So students, let us discuss about the long form of the periodic table or the modern periodic table. Long form of the periodic table or modern periodic table. So students, as you are aware, modern periodic table consists of 7 horizontal rows called as periods and 18 vertical columns called as groups. First, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth and seventh period, and 18 vertical columns called as groups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 and 18. Students, according to IUPAC nomenclature, these vertical columns are represented with the help of Roman numerals. That is represented as follows. This is represented as first A, second A, third A, fourth A, fifth A, sixth A, seventh A, and 0 group elements or inert gases or noble gases. Then first B, second B, third B, fourth B, fifth B, sixth B, seventh B, and eighth B. The first 2 columns, that is first A and second A groups, and last 6 columns, that is third A, fourth A, fifth A, sixth A, seventh A and 0 group. All A groups are of normal elements. The elements of group 0 are noble gases. Students, the elements of 7 groups of first B, second B, third B, fourth B, fifth B, sixth B, seventh B, and group 8, 3 columns, are placed in the middle part of the periodic table and are called the transition elements. Remember students, in group 3rd B, some elements are transition elements and remaining are inner transition elements. Students, let us see the elements of the first group and the 0 group. So we are aware that first group elements consist of hydrogen, lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium and francium. And 0 group elements or inert gases or 8th group elements, they are helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, radon and oganesson. Students, each period begins with an element whose outermost shell configuration is NS1 and it ends with an element whose outermost shell configuration is NS2 and NP6. For example, suppose potassium, it belongs to 4th period, so its outermost shell configuration is 4s1. If I am talking about cesium, its outermost shell configuration will be 6s1. If I am talking about krypton, the element which belongs to 4th period, so its outermost shell configuration will be 4s2, 4p6. Similarly, for radon, it will be 6s2, 6p6 and so on. Remember students, period number indicates the number of shells in the element. For example, if I am talking about rubidium, it belongs to 5th period. That is, it contains 5 shells. For example, cesium, it belongs to 6th period. That is, it contains 6 shells. Similarly, if I am talking about krypton, it belongs to 4th period. That is, it contains 4 shells. So remember students, period number indicates the number of shells in the element. Similarly, group number also indicates the number of valence electrons. For example, rubidium, it belongs to first A group. That is, it has 1 valence electron. Students, to remember the atomic number of all the elements is a tedious job. So let us try to remember the atomic number of first group elements in a simplest way. You need to remember few numbers, that is 2, 8, 8, 18, 18 and 32. Over here, you have to write down 2, 8, 8, 18, 18 and 32. So students, we know that hydrogen atomic number is 1. So over here, 1 plus 2 gives you 3. That is the atomic number of lithium. 3 plus 8 will give you 11. That is the atomic number of sodium. 11 plus 8 will give you 19. That is the atomic number of potassium. 19 plus 18, you get 37. That is atomic number of rubidium. 37 plus 18, you get 55. That is the atomic number of cesium. And 55 plus 32, which gives you 87. That is the atomic number of francium. So students, in this way, you can remember the atomic numbers. Students, we can also remember the atomic number of 0 group elements. You need to remember these numbers, that is 8, 8, 18, 18, 32, 32. We know that atomic number of helium is 2. So 2 plus 8 is 10. That is the atomic number of neon. 10 plus 8 is 18. That is the atomic number of argon. 18 plus 18, that is 36. That is the atomic number of krypton. 36 plus 18, that is 54, is the atomic number of xenon. 54 plus 32, that is 86. That is the atomic number of radon. 86 plus 32, that is 118. That is the atomic number of organosine. So students, the first period consists of 2 elements, starting from hydrogen to helium, from atomic number 1 to atomic number 2. This is considered as the shortest period. Students, second and third periods, which consist of 8 elements each, they are considered as the short periods. Starting with lithium atomic number 3 to neon atomic number 10. And third period starting with atomic number 11 and ending towards atomic number 18. Students, fourth and fifth period are considered as the long periods, having 18 elements each, starting with atomic number 19 to atomic number 36 and atomic number 37 to atomic number 54. Students, 6th and 7th period are considered as the longest periods with 32 elements each. Remember students, in the 6th period, there are few elements which cannot be accommodated in this periodic table, so they are placed below the periodic table. That is from lanthanide to lutetium, from atomic number 58 to 71. These are termed as lanthanides. Similarly, from the elements in the 7th period, that is from actinides to lawrencium, are placed below the periodic table. That is from atomic number 90 to 103. And from 104 onwards, these elements are considered as super heavy elements. So students, in our today's lecture, we have discussed about the long form of the periodic table or modern periodic table. We have seen that modern periodic table consists of 7 horizontal rows called as periods and 18 vertical columns called as groups. Students, we have also discussed that according to the new IUPAC recommendations, the groups are numbered in a Roman numerals and also in a serial order of 1 to 18. Remember students, the vertical columns in the periodic table are called groups. And students, the first 2 columns, that is first A and second A groups, and last 6 columns, that is third A, fourth A, fifth A, sixth A, seventh A and 0 group. All A groups are of normal elements. The elements of group 0 are noble gases. Students, the elements of 7 groups of first B, second B, third B, fourth B, fifth B, sixth B, seventh B and group 8, 3 columns, are placed in the middle part of the periodic table and are called the transition elements. Remember students, in group 3rd B, some elements are transition elements and remaining are inner transition elements. Students, we have also discussed about the group first elements and 0 group elements. Students, we have also discussed that period number indicates the number of shells present in each of the element, or it indicates the last shell number in each of the elements. Remember students, group number also indicates the number of valence electrons. Students, then we have also discussed that in order to remember the atomic number of group 1 in a simplest way, we need to make use of magical numbers such as 2, 8, 8, 18, 18 and 32. Similarly, we can also remember the atomic numbers of 0 group elements by using magical numbers, that is 8, 8, 18, 18, 32 and 32. We have discussed that each period begins with an element whose outermost shell configuration is NS1 and ends with an element whose outermost shell configuration is NS2 NP6. Students, we have also discussed that the first period consists of 2 elements, that is hydrogen and helium, which are called as shortest period. Second period and third period are short periods with 8 elements each, starting from lithium to neon and sodium to argon. Fourth period and fifth period are considered as the long periods with 18 elements each, starting from potassium to krypton and rubidium to xenon. Sixth period and seventh period are considered as the longest periods which consist of 32 elements each, starting from cesium to radon, including lanthanides, and francium to oganesson, including actinides. So students, in our next lecture, we shall start with the classification of elements on the basis of their electronic configuration and the classification of elements based on the types of elements. Till then, take care.